Hi guys, so today I want to film my foundation routine for you, and I'm pretty excited because I'm going to be using a few new products that I recently purchased and got for an amazing deal. I went to my Nordstrom racks and I found a Steeler concealer that was originally, I believe, $23, and I picked it up for $7, so that was an amazing deal. And they even had a wide array of shades, so I was very excited. And I also picked up the Urban Decay primer potion, and I've used it before, but the difference between the one that I've used and this one is the other one was the original, and this one is the anti-aging one, which I believe is a newer one that came out, so I was pretty shocked to see it at Nordstrom's. Another thing that I purchased was actually from Ulta, and it's a eye firming treatment, and it's by the brand Yes To, but this one is the Yes To Blueberries, and I picked it up for $10, and I know it's normally $16 at your local drugstore like CVS or Rite Aid, so I was like, I have to pick it up. Okay, so what I like to do is actually moisturize my face, and I'm not the biggest fan of this. I don't really like the way it smells, but I recently picked it up and thought I'd give it a chance. It's the Clean and Clear Dual Action Moisturizer, and it is oil-free, which is a good thing because my skin tends to get oilier, but now that it's getting colder, it's a little drier in some areas, but it's generally oily in my T-zone area. So this is a salicylic acid treatment, which is good for if you are prone to blemishes. So I just open it up and pump some of it onto my fingers, and then I just moisturize my whole face, and I like to bring it down to my neck. Next step would be obviously to apply the eye serum, and I'm gonna go in with a primer, and this is literally my favorite primer ever. I love this primer. It is a Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, and I find that it fills in my pores really well, and it leaves my skin feeling like a smooth canvas, and that's the whole point of having a primer. And any foundation that I've used over this primer has lasted very long, and it's good with oil control, so I like to primer.
So in love, so in love, so in love.
Great. Once I've got the primer on, it's time to move on to the foundation. And the foundation that I'm going to be using is the L'Oreal True Match Foundation. And the shade that I am in is Caramel Beige, or W7. And this is warm. And the brush that I'm going to be using to apply it is this really dense e.l.f. brush, and I find that this just makes it so much easier to blend my makeup through, so I really love this brush. The only downfall about this brush is because it's so cheap, it's e.l.f. The handle actually popped off of this, so all I have to do is super glue it, so if that happens to you, just super glue it. You're good. But it's a really nice brush. It feels very high quality, so I really enjoy it. So I'm going to just take some of this foundation, roll up my sleeves, and I'm just going to pop a little bit on the back of my hand, just like that. And I'm actually going to go in with my ring finger, so I'm popping it.
So in love, so in love, so in love, so in love. You look so beautiful in this light, your silhouette over me, the way it brings out the blue in your eyes is the Tenerife Sea. And all of the voices surrounding us here, they just fade out when you take a breath. Just say the word and I will.
Oh, and I've already done my eyebrows. I used Anastasia's Dip Brow and Dark Brown, so if you want an eyebrow tutorial, let me know. Alright, so after I've applied my foundation, I'm going to go into the concealer, and I'm super excited. Like I said, this is new, and I've never tried this out, and the shade I got it in is medium, and it's a Stay All Day concealer, and it says that it's supposed to be I guess, anti-creasing, so it's not supposed to crease, so we'll see if that works. Alright, so I'm gonna, ooh, it feels really thick, so I'm gonna use my ring finger.
So in love.
And I'm gonna go in with a Real Techniques foundation brush to blend it out.
So in love.
And once I feel like it's all blended out, the next step for me, before I set it with my powder, because I actually have super oily lids, and this is something I've been doing for years because I just feel like it keeps my eyeshadow on all day, is actually apply my primer before setting my concealer with the powder. And I have high hopes for this because Urban Decay just makes amazing products, especially for your eyes. Their eyeshadows are amazing, and the primer that I owned by them was also amazing. So I'm just taking a pea-sized amount, rubbing it between my ring fingers.
So in love.
I'm gonna also go in with my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk, and what I like to do with this is pop it in my outer corner and inner corner and underneath my brow bone, and I feel like, oh, and down my nose, because I feel like that gives a nice little highlight for me.
So in love.
So I'm just blending it down my nose. Alright, once it's all nicely blended, next it's time to set it, and I'm just using this fluffy crease brush by e.l.f. I love the e.l.f. brushes. Thus far what I've used has been really good quality for being so cheap. Real Techniques and e.l.f. are like, those brushes are on point, and I love Sam and Nick Chapman. Like, yesterday I went to Ulta, was looking at their poster, and I was like, you taught me how to do my liquid liner, like, thank you so much. But anyways, so I'm gonna just set my foundation and concealer, and I'm using literally my holy grail powder. I've been using this since I was like in high school, so like since I was like in 10th grade. I was like, you know, I found my powder, I'm gonna keep using it, and it's the Studio Fix by MAC, and like I'm almost done. I'm probably gonna have to rebuy it again, and it's gonna be like my 6th one that I've owned. So I'm getting it in the I'm using it in the shade NC42, and that's actually the same shade that I used in the concealer that I own by MAC. So I'm just swirling it through, tapping it.
So in love. So in love. So in love. So in love. You look so beautiful in this light. Your silhouette.
Blend it in. The next step for me is to bronze my face up. I recently got this, and I think that it looks really nice on my skin tone, and I have a hard time finding bronzers that I feel like complement my skin tone, so when I found this I was like, wow, probably going to be a product I keep repurchasing again and again and again. And this is also by MAC, and it's in the shade Refined Golden, and it's so what I'm going to do is take an angled blush brush by MAC. Alright, and I'm just going to apply it, so I'm going to suck my cheeks in.
So in love. So in love. So in love. So in love.
Alright, the next step for me is applying blush, and this is another MAC product. I'm sorry if I'm going MAC crazy, but this is MAC's Melba, and it's beautiful and natural looking, and it's matte, and I think that's just perfect for what I need. This is just my everyday foundation routine generally, minus the new products that I've used, but the steps have been the same, so generally I go for this blush because it is matte and it looks good with normally every lip color I do, every eye look that I do. It just suits most of the looks I do. Grab a big powder brush by Real Techniques. And this is a multitask brush. So I'm just dipping it in the pan.
So in love. So in love. So in love. So in love.
And I'm just going to finish off with some lip balm. This is EOS's, and I love EOS lip balms. The packaging can be kind of annoying when you're trying to carry it in a little crossbody bag, but it's really moisturizing, and the flavor that I always get is the mint kind of one, and this is the vanilla mint, and it just smells and tastes really good. Even you're not supposed to eat it, but it smells and tastes good, and makes your lips really, really soft, so I really enjoy that. Yeah, so this has been my foundation routine. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and if you want to see an eyebrow routine, I would love to do one. Basically, this is kind of what I do on a daily basis, and it's generally pretty quick. Yeah, alright. So thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, if you have any recommendations, let me know. Bye, guys.
So in love